zoning adjustment is the Five River Board. 3 affirmative votes are required to approve a request for variance or other appeal. For anyone addressing the board today, please give us your name and address for the record and tell us what your hardship is or what your objection to this request may be. You'll be given our decision today verbally, and you'll receive our decision in writing within 10 days. Zoning approvals can be issued immediately following the hearing in our room at B200. However, you will first be required to obtain a permit from the Jefferson County Department of Health if your application involves connection to a septic tank, or the Jefferson County Environmental Service Department if your application involves connection to sanitary sewer. Anyone disagreeing with the board's decision today has 15 days in which to file an appeal in circuit court. Also, we would ask that you silence any electronic devices during the hearing. The first case number today is A23-0026, Jacqueline Miller, 764 Arkadelphia Road, Warrior, 35180. Would staff please present the case?
Yes, ma'am. Again, this is A23-0026. It's a variance for the terms of the zoning regulations to allow a camper having 22 feet in width to be permitted as a mobile home for family use. Existing zone is A1 agricultural. Existing land use is residential. Size of the property is 3.25 acres. It was originally A1 in this A1 zone right now. Article 19, which is the reason for this variance, finds a mobile home as a structure transportable in one or more sections with 8 feet or more in width and is 32 feet body feet more in length, and which is built to a permanent chassis or designated to be used as a dwelling with or without permanent foundation. Like I say, the mobile home doesn't meet the standards in Article 19. However, the property is large enough to allow 2 mobile homes and a single-family residence. The camper, like I say, is not large enough to meet the definition of a mobile home. Therefore, the reason for our variance today, a mobile home was once located on the property in approximately the same site that this camper is proposed to be located. The proposed camper, in agreement with the regulations, would be occupied by an elderly parent. The applicant has also indicated that they plan to either do a mobile home or a stick-built house at another time. Per our pre-meeting, the board may wish to consider a time limit on the proposed variance. It causes no hardship for any of the property owners around, and therefore staff recommendation for this case is approval.
Thank you. Does any member of the board have questions for staff or applicant regarding this case? At this time, we'd like to open a public hearing regarding this item. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak in opposition or support of the request? Anyone at all? If not, this public hearing is now closed. If there are no other questions or comments from the board, may I have a motion?
I make a motion we approve A23-0026.
Is there any stipulation on time? Any stipulation on time? No. We said we could do a year or 2 years. Or
you may want to confirm with the applicant how long the camper may be on the property.
Is that yours?
It's my house.
Oh, it is? Okay.
This is,
State your name.
I'm Jacqueline Miller. Never done this before.
Address.
It's 760 Arkadelphia Road. It was already, like he had stated, the address is 764 because there was a previous electrical pole, septic, all that, and a 4-bedroom, 2-bath there. This is like a mother-in-law right now, and I don't even know if she'll be alive in a year. She was a nurse in Florida. She got cancer. They removed it. No treatment necessary. She then went back to work. 45 days later, she was laid off. She was in home health care to a man who went downhill. He got paralyzed. She had to evict. We knew it was coming. We didn't know it was coming that fast. She's been there at my house. She can't do stairs. She's 80 pounds. She had her toe amputated, and she can't do the stairs. Since she's been at our house on August 19th, she's already been in the hospital a week. She had infections. She now has, it was impossible to get paramedics up the stairs to get her out of the bedroom she was staying in. And it's more convenient for EMS to just pull up, take her out. It's 2 steps versus like 20. But she's already got edema in her feet and some heart failure issues starting. So I don't know that she will gain employment and go to the better at this point. And then my father had a brain bleed and all this and has also bought a camera. I'm like, just deal with one at a time, please.
Bless your heart.
So guesstimate
Oh, definitely, yeah. That'd be probably adequate.
And just for the record, you can only have a family member.
Yeah, so she's a
Get
mother-in-law.
out After they leave.
Well, after, the intention with the camper after she leaves is he's going to post it on Outdoorsy and rent it out. So he'll get some of his money back from actually having it. Like not at our house.
Okay.
Like
Just
that,
to rent the truck,
right, no, like
rent
they
the
take it
camper.
to, yeah, you
Okay.
take it to spots.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying
No,
that.
not at our residence.
So amend that to 1 year. So that would be for 1 year.
Okay.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Your variance has been granted. The next case is A 23-0027. Mark Clark, Shoal Engineering, 7880 Dickey Springs Road, Bessemer 35022. Would staff please present?
Yes, ma'am. Again, this is A 230027. It's a variance of terms of the zone regulation to exile an existing building to be located 0 feet from the proposed lot lines. This case also has a zoning and subdivision application that will be pending for this situation right here. The existing zoning is C2 and C3 commercial. Existing use is a clubhouse use in conjunction with the golf course. The golf course surrounds the property in question or the structure in question. It's 33.33 acres, I'm sorry. Section 805 of the zoning regulation outlines the setback requirements for C3 zoning. It states that if the zoning property is located, is zoned commercial, industrial, utility, or industrial 2, side yard setback may be reduced to 0 feet. However, the structure is not built on the side lot line, a minimum setback of at least 10 feet shall be maintained. That's the reason for this variance that's in front of us today. Filed a rezoning. They will file a rezoning case that I previously stated to keep the zoning in line and clean up. Basically, this is something to clean up and for the property. Therefore, staff recommendation is approval. Oh, I'm sorry. Getting ahead of myself there. I think this is probably a better view of what's going on right there.
Does any member of the board have questions for staff or applicant regarding the case? I have about a million questions, but not about the variance. At this time, we'd like to open a public hearing regarding this item. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak in opposition or support to the request? Yes, come forward. I want to know what's going on.
Mark Clark, I'm with Shoal Engineering, 1001 22nd Street South. Really, it's just a cleanup effort here. The clubhouse I think, is currently C2 and C3, and then the part of the golf course is R7 and C2 or C3, C2, and they're just trying to clean it up and make all of the golf course C2 instead of R7, and then all of the clubhouse at C3. So
So it's not going to be two different entities, is
No, it's not. It's all the same owner. It's just cleanup stuff. It's actually for some paperwork, some tax stuff or something like that.
And there is a subdivision hearing that will follow this after we.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? Is there anyone else here on the document? The public hearing is now closed. There are no other questions or comments from the board. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve A 23-0027.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, say nay. The variance has been granted. Our last case is A 23-0028, Sheila Lane, 505 Black River Drive, Adler, 35006. Would staff please present the case?
Yes, ma'am. This is A 23-0028, a variance for the terms of the zoning regulation to allow the addition of an existing residence to be constructed 35 feet from the center line of Black River Drive in lieu of the required 60 feet. The existing zone is A1. Existing uses is residence with a storage shed. There's 3.3 acres. Reason for this variance is Section 701 of the zoning regulation. The minimum yard requirements in A1 are 35 feet. Section 1001 outlines the front yard setbacks, which you can see the road is less than 50 feet. So in accordance to the regulations, it has to be 25 feet plus the 35 feet, which would make it 60 feet. They would need to be away from the center line of the road. However, there's, because of the existing residents are in that location, and due to the structure of the front setback, 35 feet with low traffic, like I say, the existing residences are within less than that 60 feet. Staff recommendation is requirement. I'd also like to add to that, road and traffic has been consulted with this case, and they don't see any negative impacts from the road construction on the road. Thank you.
Does any member of the board have questions for staff or the applicant regarding the case? This time, we would like to open a public hearing regarding this item. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak in opposition or support to this request? If not, this public hearing is now closed. If there are no other questions or comments from the board, may I have a motion?
Motion to approve A 23-0028.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, say nay. Your variance is okay. Thank you.
Donna twisted her arms.
Will you all contact the health department before we move on with the study? Thanks.
Okay.
Have all members of the board had a chance to review the case and materials and minutes from August 28th hearing that was sent to us electronically?
I wasn't here. So.
May I have a motion from the board regarding the minutes from August 28th, 2023 hearing?
I'll second it, but I wasn't here.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carries. Is there any other business to come before the board? Not. And a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Get that. Hey,
We're adjourned.
use the big one. Use the big one.
He wanted the big one, so I did the big one.